What's up, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural episode of In This Economy podcast. My name is Matt, and I'm here with my good pal Sam. Hi, Sam.
Happy to be here, Maddie. Let's get this bread.
So, in this podcast, what we want to do, Sam and I both have a real appreciation for money. We love figuring out ways to get more money, ideally keep the money that we have. So, throughout our travels in this life, we've figured out unique ways to acquire that money by putting up our own money, and that could range from, say, NFL sports betting to stock market earnings, and even betting on the 2020 U.S. election, which we're probably going to touch on eventually. So, what we want to do here is really talk about ideas that we have, bounce things off each other, and share it with you good people, the kind of things that we're doing, and hopefully some people can find some value in that. Would you say that's an appropriate way to describe it?
I would say so. I would also throw a little bit of real estate in the mix.
Oh, sure.
Maybe some early seed investments and see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate. And also with this, I think to give a little bit of background, my name is Matt. We're both we're recording here in beautiful San Diego, California. We're both in our 30s. We have sales jobs, although Sam does have a company that he runs. I work in sales for a biotech company down here, so really my expertise, I think, is in the equity markets, stock markets. I like to follow all sorts of things related to that, and as well the biotech sector, so I might have a little more biotech-focused ideas. But, I have been dabbling in NFL sports betting, and Sam can attest to the hit or miss on whether or not I'm successful on it. But, it's fun, and it's all part of the game. I guess I follow politics as well, too. So, I have recently gotten into PredictIt, which is this site that allows you to bet on some ridiculous things related to the U.S. politics and global events that happen. So we're going to dabble into that. But that's I think, a general background on me.
Matt's downplaying a little bit. We are recording live from San Diego, but we're recording from Matt's luxury apartment. Other than that, I think it's fairly accurate. As far as me, a little info on me. I too am in my 30s. Matt and I actually play recreational hockey together. That's how we got started. We both had an interest in cryptocurrency. So we started talking about that. One thing led to another, and we decided to make some money together. I currently run a tech company. I'm also invested in some real estate. I've purchased a few multi-unit buildings. I am a degenerate at heart, so I definitely love a little bit of sports betting. Any kind of betting I could really get my hands on, but right now it is NFL. And I am also interested in early seed round investments. I am currently 0 for 3, but hoping to change that real soon. I think I got some real winners coming up.
Yeah, we could probably touch on that kind of stuff eventually. Once we get into this, we lean into it. We'll hear a little more about those seed investments. But yeah, so anyway, I think let's kind of get into some of the real ideas we want to talk about. And I think for me, I'm going to probably start, and there's a couple biotech things that are coming up. So for anybody who's familiar with anything to do with biotech, I'm going to talk about two companies really quickly. One is called Aurinia, and they have a product called Viclosporin. It's an analog for cyclosporin, which is a drug that's been around forever. But if you look now, they're trying to get their drug approved for lupus, and they have a big phase 3 clinical trial readout coming up. And basically, the stock is either going to go up by like $4, or the stock's going to be entirely worthless. And I don't know. Well, I'm not going to get too deep into things like options trading, but we could probably dabble into that. And I don't know, you might have some interest in hearing the things that I know about options trading related to the stock market, but basically I have an options trade going on right now where I'm betting that they're going to go above $10, and if so, I'm going to make around $250 on the bet. And if I lose, I'm going to lose $50. So it's not the worst bet in the world, but I do have a good feeling that the phase 3 data is going to be good. The next company, and if you have any thoughts on this, Sam, chime in, but the other company is a fish oil company called Amarin, and they're pretty, I don't know, you see a lot of it on Twitter, a lot of people commenting on it.
But omega-3s. People love their omega-3s.
So this is a pure EPA omega-3, and the supplements that you can get on the shelf right now are kind of a mixed amount of different different omega-3s, but Amarin is commercializing this EPA only, and they've shown that it reduces cardiovascular events like heart attack or stroke or things like that. And so the FDA is going to decide by late December whether or not they're going to get the drug approved. And I have a good feeling that it's going to be approved given the data that they've shown. And they also had an advisory committee that overwhelmingly recommended the drug. So by late December, this is going to happen. So I think it's a good opportunity now to start buying the stock.
To be clear, this is not insider trading.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I'm not affiliated with Amarin or Aurinia in any capacity. It's a good point.
But we are risking to bet it all. I'm saying throw your life savings in on this. This is gonna make you bank.
Yeah, but also we're not responsible if you lose any money, and it is not insider trading. Right? I think that's appropriate.
This is not insider trading.
Yeah, right.
So I just want to make that clear for any listeners out there who have already leveraged their home, perhaps taken a second mortgage out. Probably a good idea, but not our fault.
Interest rates have been going down, though.
Great rate. You could DM me outside the pod. I got a guy.
Yeah, what kind of rate can you get?
Probably a pretty good one, depending on your home value. But I'm saying mid threes, probably 3.65 if we're talking 30-year fixed. But that could change very quickly depending on how Trump tweets.
Right, yeah. And we're going to try and keep it nonpartisan.
It is nonpartisan. It's right? just what happens.
I mean, it could get heavy. We could get heavy into the politics thing. But anyway, so those are the two biotech ideas I have. I think definitely Aurinia, you could buy that on Monday, and the data could come out, but it should come out before the end of this year. The Amarin decision could come anytime as well, but definitely before the end of the year, you need to buy that if you're going to jump in. But anyway, that's kind of the equity ideas that I had. Sam, do you want to touch on some NFL stuff?
I do. I did want to talk on some NFL stuff. I would like to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart first, and that is we are recording this on Black Friday, which means yesterday we literally got that bread. We ate like crazy. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday of the year. It's a great time. Friends, family, football betting.
Yeah. Three games, right?
3 games yesterday. I'd say the docket didn't look that good, but the games ended up being actually pretty fun.
Because they all went your way.
They did go my way. I went 3 for 3 yesterday. Some of my degenerate friends did not get the same kind of luck as me. But
you hate to see
you
that.
Really do hate to see it. But what you do love is an easy win for the Saints. They barely covered. The line was -7. Ended up winning by 8. Got a little closer than we'd like. But anytime the Saints are playing, and they're playing the Falcons, and the Falcons don't have Julio Jones.
So that was okay. I didn't realize. I didn't have a good read. Again, I'm kind of the NFL noob here, but that's what kind of convinced you to go with the Saints.
When the team's best playmaker or the opposing team's best playmaker is not playing, I would go ahead and bet for the other team money line. The odds might not have been good in this particular case. They were not good at all. It was minus 330, which means you had to put up $330 to win 100. But in my opinion, when something like that happens and the team's best player is not going to play, I think it's safe to bet on, especially when it's a very good team like the Saints. I think you're good to go. 9 times out of 10, you're going to win that bet.
Man, yeah, it was too risky for me to take that. But you know what? I did win a little money off the Bills and Cowboys game, which was what an upset.
Man, I was watching that game. I made a last-minute decision to bet that game. I was a little nervous. Every single correspondent on, I think the game was on CBS, they all picked the Cowboys to win.
Yeah.
Everyone, America, thought the Cowboys were going to win. It's Thanksgiving. That's America's team. They're supposed to win. The Bills, although they were 8-3 yesterday, and they're now 9-3 after winning, were a pretty heavy underdog for a team that's pretty good. They were plus 250, meaning that you bet 100, you win $250 money line. To me, something just seemed right. I do not believe in the Cowboys. They have not had the ability to beat a team with a record that's over 500 this season. So to me, it was it was a sneaky bet. I
Yeah.
smelled the trap out.
See, that's I didn't have my trap antenna up yesterday.
And Matt he's like a hound dog for that. He smells traps better than anyone I've seen.
I've been getting pretty lucky lately with figuring out the trap games, but I got to tell you, yesterday was tough. But I did take I took the spread on the Bills. Is that what they say?
Yeah, the spread
on the Bills.
Took the spread.
It did come out on top, but it was a little risky. It wasn't a huge bet though. I got to be honest, just a little taste. I had to get my beak wet yesterday.
Well, nothing helps with digestion better than winning a good bet. So Thank you, football. Thank you, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We love America. I will get into my my bets of the week. I have a can't miss and a degen parlay for both the morning and the afternoon.
That's for Sunday, right?
That is for Sunday. It's coming up 2 days from now. But because today is Black Friday, I would really like to just go in a little bit, get your thoughts on it, let you know how I think about it. I was the biggest Black Friday hater on the planet. I do not understand how people wake up early, stand in line for a $300 TV when that TV is $340 regularly.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't make sense. Just work a couple more hours. If money is that tight,
Right.
I say maybe get a second side hustle.
Right.
It's probably well worth it.
Now we're speaking from a point of privilege. We live a wealthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say. So some of us might not be able to afford that kind of luxury, and I get it. But yeah, Black Friday, and you can find a lot of this stuff online, right?
You definitely can. I think there are some doorbuster sales at certain places,
Right.
and I think that's where you get the injuries,
Right, the physical,
the physical altercations, the trampling and stuff like that. My advice to anyone who might not be in the best economic situation and could potentially be spending their time trying to save a few bucks at these doorbuster deals. And hey, that's admirable. You want to get your family a nice present, nice stuff. But man, you just spent like 5 hours waiting in line, likely the cold if you were in Southern California in the rain.
Yeah.
To save $60. I guarantee you could find something with your time to make that extra $60 for 5 hours a week.
Right.
And you could do that residually.
See,
every week.
And that's what people do need to consider, that is, how valuable is your hourly rate? And if 5 hours is what you spent, are you really making that back up with the deal you save? But anyway, have you come across anything in particular that might be a good deal?
So I have recently found Rakuten. Have you heard of this, Matt?
I've heard of it, actually. I think I was a referral for you.
Okay. That makes me happy just hearing that. So I recently was on Rakuten. I am currently shopping for my wife. Holidays get expensive. I did not want to be in the lines, but today I just checked out some Black Friday deals on Rakuten, and you would be surprised at how many high-end dealers of electronics, of clothing, have 10% cash back. Black Friday deals. Today I had a great one. I cannot announce it because my wife is probably going to be listening, and I don't want her to know what her gift is. But that's something that I would venture to check out, is Rakuten and deals online. I don't have a personal best Black Friday deal special that I've ever had. Again, I've always kind of scoffed at the idea. Matt, have you ever gotten anything on Black Friday you're proud of, happy with?
Not really, but I was looking today that I've been really getting into hats these days, snapbacks, and Brixton does have a deal going on right now. So I would tell everybody to go there and check out their deal.
Okay. Just don't get Matt's size. Gotta get you looking good,
Right. So other than that, Sam, do you want to talk about, you want to get into the Sunday things?
Yeah, I would happy to.
That's going to be on December 1st, right? Just in case people see this too late. December 1st is the Sunday football we're talking about. Week 13?
It is week 13. If you miss it, go ahead and check our picks. Just letting you know that we are recording this on November the 30th. So
29th.
29th, even better.
Yeah.
Either way, it's before December 1st. So you go ahead and check our picks, and you don't want to miss an episode moving forward because this is just free money.
Free money.
So I have my my weekly can't miss bet of the week.
Yeah, what do you got
You
here?
can write this down. This bad boy is going to make you rich. This time I got the Niners money line, which is plus 210. They are playing the Ravens in Baltimore. The plus 210 means that you put 100 down, you will win 210 or 2.1 to 1 odds.
And what can you tell me why you think? So this is what's bothering me is the odds are not in the Niners' favor.
So the odds
they're playing in Baltimore.
Correct. So
and
when you generally Baltimore's also a very good team. I think they only had 2 losses all season. Anyone who watches football watched Monday night where Lamar Jackson just
annihilated.
Yeah, it was not pretty for the Rams. You hate to see it if you're a Rams fan.
Yeah.
But I think that was not necessarily an outlier, but that was an explosive performance by him, who has been playing very well all season. He is probably the front runner for the MVP right now. However, the Niners have 2 things that are known to travel in the NFL that really help kind of combat home court or home field advantage, which the Ravens are getting, which is why they're such a heavy favorite, which is the Niners defense. Their front 7 is so good. They get after the quarterback, and you've seen all season, number 1 ranked defense in the league. I think they'll be able to slow down Lamar Jackson. I think they'll be able to slow down their running back, Mark Ingram. So I got a good sense. I also know that the Niners have a very good run game. I think the Ravens' defense is a little overrated. They have a pretty good pass defense, but their run defense can get torched. I mean, their 2 losses this year were to the Browns.
Oh, and, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so lost to the Browns, and they lost to another team that I can't recall at this current moment. But I think the Niners got it this week. I think the Niners are out. Something to prove. I believe in Jimmy G.
And our guy Bosa, right?
Yeah, big Nick Bosa guy over here.
I know. The guy just knows how to deliver.
Really does. Probably the most polished rookie to come out of college in a long time. So that is your can't miss bet of the week.
I think I'm going to jump in on it, really.
My God.
And I'm concerned about this because I know the Ravens. The Ravens. They're actually been doing really well. So I'm concerned, but I might make a very conservative bet and follow along. But anyway, you've got more, though. You've got a degenerate parlay.
I do. I have 2 degenerate parlays for the listeners. One was so good, I had to jump on it when I was writing it down. I couldn't help myself. So I have my morning parlay. It's going to be Packers money line. They're playing the Giants. I got the 49ers plus 6. They're getting 6 points, which is against the spread, meaning they can lose by up to 5 points, and you're going to win this bet.
Oh, so you're putting them in the parlay as well.
I'm putting them in the parlay. Wow. I'm doubling down on the Niners.
Yeah, that's
I'm that confident. No one else is doing that.
That's why this is the degenerate parlay.
This is degenerate as it comes. I got the Eagles money line versus Miami. I got the Panthers money line. They're playing the Redskins. Go figure. I think they're really going to win. But and then I got the Bucks minus 2.5 versus the Jaguars. So $100 on this will win you $552. I understand it's a lot of games, but I think these are some guaranteed winners. I think a lot of these teams are going to be slowed down by all that turkey they ate all week. I think a lot of teams are about to give up because they're out of playoff contention.
Oh,
a lot of business decisions will be made by certain players who don't want to get hit.
Right.
So I think some of these teams are really in the hunt for playoffs. Some are in the hunt for
last place, right? For that pick.
Last place for the. We're talking. If you're talking last place, the Redskins and Miami and the Giants are all in that fight. Man. So I think they're kind of going for the first overall pick. Then you got teams like the Niners who are fighting real hard to get that home pick or that home field advantage in the playoffs. Eagles are fighting for a playoff spot. Packers are fighting for a playoff spot. And Bucks or Jameis is fighting for his life, really, for his NFL career. So I'm liking where this is. So again, I got Packers money line, 49ers plus 6, Eagles money line, Panthers money line, Bucks minus 2.5, 100, wins 552. This is the degenerate pick of the morning. You're going to have yourself a great morning. You're going to go ahead and win this. And then you know what's going to happen? You're going to be like, man, Sam, I just won $552. Thank you so much. I wish I could win more money. You know what? I got you, fan. This is the pick that I had to go with. I had to bet it when I was writing it down.
You did both?
I bet the afternoon game. I did not bet the morning degen parlay, but that's not to say that I won't.
Right, sure.
I really could.
There's a lot of time.
A lot of time left till Sunday, but this afternoon, the afternoon parlay, I had to take it. I got Raiders plus 10.5. They're playing the Chiefs. Chiefs are great. They got a pretty bad defense, and the Raiders just got destroyed versus the Jets. This is a comeback game for them. They're still actually in the playoff hunt. So
you think they're going to do within 10.5? Interesting.
I mean, they just have to lose by 10 points to win. I think it could happen. Yeah, the Chiefs' defense is a little leaky. You just saw the Chargers almost march down and tie it.
That's true.
So I'm feeling pretty good about that one. Then I got the Chargers money line against Denver. I don't trust Denver. Yep. They don't have a quarterback.
Trash.
Trash team. The best way to put it. I think their defense has gotten a little old. Little gray, so I don't really trust them. And then I got the Rams minus 2.5 versus the Cardinals. I think the Rams, although they just got wrecked and they're just not the same team, and I think the Cardinals are much better than their record shows. However, the Rams went all in. They traded away everybody, all their picks rather, to get these players, to get Jalen Ramsey. They have no budget. But they got Aaron Donald, they signed Goff, they signed Gurley, they signed Cook. They have all these guys that they're paying, and if they don't make the playoffs, it's going to be a huge disappointment. I think this is a can win for them. I think they will win. I think McVay will have them ready. So that is my DGen afternoon parlay pick. This is one I'm very excited about. $100 wins you $472.
It's pretty good. 3 games, too.
3 games, and it's the only way to really enjoy the afternoon games. Not a lot going on. So Raiders plus 10.5, Chargers money line, Rams minus 2.5. Matt, will you join me in this afternoon parlay?
I'm going to have to make a game time decision, to be honest. But are the Rams actually contenders for the playoffs still?
Yeah, they're only one game out.
Okay.
They're playing in the hardest division in football right now, which you hate to see. But as a fan of the 49ers, I love to see the Rams not doing as well as they did before. And I think they're going to lose.
That's fair. All right. Wow, that's a lot to take in, and I have to process it all. I'll probably do like a scramble Sunday morning to figure it out. But, I like the Niners bet overall. I think, given the odds in their favor and all of the stuff you said, it sounded great to me. And, as like an amateur coming into this NFL game, I feel like if you get too analytical, it'll really poison the well. So this way, you just get a clear sense like, oh, listen, they got great road game. Jimmy G, real champion.
Love Jimmy.
And Bosa, of course. I don't want to harp on Bosa too much because he's great, but it might get a little weird. I think
it's the can't miss game, Matt.
You can't miss it. Right. And you're originally from the Bay Area, right, Sam?
I am. So I am a little bit of a homer for the Niners, but you know what?
Just to make sure everybody knows, there's a little bit of a bias here, but I'm gonna follow that bet for sure.
My guy.
Yeah. So I think the last thing, and let's end on this, is because I've been kind of new into PredictIt and this website, it's been pretty fun. And I don't think you've been on it yet, but basically they have all of these crazy prop bets about U.S. politics, about all sorts of events that are happening. And one of them that I noticed, and some of them like go all the way out until the 2020 election entirely, but this one that I found is, will Trump remain president in the U.S. by December 31st of 2019. So it's almost a month away, and you can win a little bit of money. So the game is you put up 96 cents, and you'll win an extra 4 cents for every dollar you put in. And I think, before the end of the year, sure, he might get voted to be impeached by the House, but he's not going to be removed from office at all. There's no chance of that happening in my estimation. So unless he gets assassinated, in my opinion, that's the only way he's getting out of office. So I think this is an easy way to make a little bit of money. And yeah, you're risking a lot, but it's because the odds are so low. I mean, he's not a fit dude, so maybe something dramatic like
A little
that.
heart attack, that McDonald's diet.
That's what I'm worried about. But in 30 days, I just don't think it's there. So I put like $40 into it. So I'm gonna win 40 times like 5 cents. So it's like
$2.
$2.
Roughly $2.
Man, maybe I should have did more. Okay.
I think I'm gonna put $10,000 on this.
That's
Don't
okay.
quote me on this. But if you see me incredibly happy or incredibly sad, you know why.
Yeah. Now you made me really rethink this. I mean, it's only 30 days, and I should get the money back. But with only winning $2, not that much, really.
I'd say it's pretty much like putting your money into a savings account to a one-off bank. Can they go out of business? That's not insured.
Right. Not
Can
FDIC.
they go, yeah, that's
insured.
not FDIC insured. Can they go out of business? Yeah, and you could lose your money, but chances are you're all right. And
That's
this thing
true.
has some interest. I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
I would put maybe.
I might do a little more.
I'd say 500 realistically. All jokes aside, I think you're pretty safe playing with $500 here. Are you going to win a lot of money? No, you're going to win like $20.
Yeah.
But hey, $20 in this economy.
That's true.
You
That's
love
the
to see
tagline. Man, I think we have to go out on this line because that is the name of the podcast. So everybody, please share this with anybody else who you think might be interested in all sorts of these wild bets. You know, some football stuff, some equity stuff, some U.S. election stuff.
And email us at inthiseconomypod@gmail.com. Any suggestions, any remarks, any stock tips, insider trading.
Highlight stories. I would love to hear what people do with the winnings after the degen parlays.
I love
come
it.
through.
Just get our beak a little wet. If you're gonna win, I got you guys set up to win over $1,000 this weekend by just betting 200. So just a little gift card to maybe Olive Garden, just to get my beak wet.
Man, yeah, we'd love to see that. So with that, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and please tell a friend to subscribe to us on iTunes or Google Play or wherever you can download podcasts. We're going to be on there. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. But thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Matt.
And we'll see you next time.
What an apartment.